So I just got back from the opening night of Fantastic Four First Step, and here's the fit. I mean, come on. Oh, fuck. I'm throwing up fours everywhere I go from now on. But the big question on everybody's mind is Fantastic Four First Steps better than Superman? No, it's not, alright? And hear me out, okay? I am the Marvel fanboy. There's not a single DC tattoo on my body. There's only Marvel tattoos on my body, okay? But this is why Fantastic Four is a great basis on how to make a superhero movie. And I mean a movie that is a hero's journey with superheroes in the place of the hero, alright? Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But Superman is the way to make a comic book movie, all right? Let me just put it like this. We literally drop into Superman and we literally read origin story and then immediately in the story, okay? And Fantastic Four, no spoiler, all right? You still get their backstory. It just like doesn't play out. You know what I'm saying? And it takes longer too, all right? Another thing about this movie, okay, is the pacing. And we're starting with the negatives first, by the way, because I don't have much negatives at all for this movie, literally at all. The only other negative I have about this movie, or well, two, the pacing, all right? This movie felt like it was a 2-hour movie, and Superman felt like it was a 1-hour movie. But that's because of the way the pacing is, all right? Superman is boom, action, boom, action, boom, action, boom, action. And then like 2 scenes of like slowed down stuff, you know? The interview scene, and then when they're talking to Mom, Pa Kent, right? Fantastic Four has a lot of slow-paced scenes, but like that's kind of Marvel's thing, you know? And it's weird because Superman and Fantastic Four are both setting up bigger things for their universes, right? But they do it in 2 different ways. Superman does it throughout the entire story, and then Fantastic Four does it at the end of the movie, which is also completely fine, you know? I'm not harping on that. But the pacing, and then Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman did not use their powers enough, okay? They used them like 4 or 5 times. They look great. Look great, you know? Let me get over here in this camera more. They look great, right? But I would have liked to see him a little more. They used Johnny a bunch, and that was great, all right? So let's get into the positives of this movie, okay? First off, what they did with Johnny in this movie was awesome. I'm like really tired of just seeing asshole, cocky Johnny trying to get some fucking puss, you know what I'm saying? And they actually gave him a role in this movie. Great. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. Another thing I really liked about this movie is even though the pacing's slow, every time like this movie feels slow, bro, it's so visually stunning. Like, oh my gosh, this is the most visually stunning Marvel movie they've ever made, all right? And guess what? They played the Avatar 3 trailer before this movie just to show you how visually stunning this movie was. Holy shit! You gotta go see this movie just for the visuals. I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie to you, bro. The visuals are so good, all right? You can never really tell when there are some CGI moments, all right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, there's only far and few in between of those. And plus, like, you can't just, like, throw a newborn on the set of a movie. So, you know, that's, like, the only 2 times I was like, yeah, this is CGI'd. All right, everything else looked so good in the movie, all right? And my biggest thing, first off, Pedro Pascal does not have the aura of comic book Reed Richards. He just doesn't. All right, that doesn't mean he's not a good Reed Richards. He is a good Reed Richards, but he just doesn't have the aura of Reed Richards, okay? But his counterpart, Invisible Woman, I don't know her actress's name. I'm so sorry. She is a phenomenal Invisible Woman, okay? And that was my very big, like, complaint going into this movie. I didn't even think Invis was hot. She is hot, all right? I lied. She's so hot, okay? But also, she is like the perfect Invisible Woman. She's empowering. She fucking cares. She's cool-headed up until like the final seconds when it's about her family. She's so good, dude. All right. And then Pedro, I mean, he was a good Reed Richards. He had everything except the aura, okay? You know, he's smart, but like they didn't do a bunch of the smart stuff in the movie, which is great. You know, we like that. Okay? He, you know, gets too far into his work. He thinks he knows I mean, he was just Reed Richards. He just didn't have like that aura farm that Reed Richards has, you know what I'm saying? And then the Thing and Johnny together, absolute glory. I loved it, dude. I loved it. All right. The clobbering time in the movie, that if you've seen the trailers, you all know that it's going to be in the movie. He should have redid that. He should have redid that all day. He should have dead ass played Marvel Rivals and re-fucking did that, okay? Because I'm not going to lie, that was very disappointing to me. And I'm going to tell this bitch at RPX, all right? He didn't even scream clobbering time, all right? I'm sorry if that's like a spoiler to some of you, but like if that's a spoiler, that's the only spoiler for this movie. He did not do clobbering time right, okay? But yeah, pretty damn good movie. But guess what? If Fantastic Four is an 8.0, Superman's an 8.5. I can't even lie. All right? And the only reason these aren't 10s is because, I mean, I have problems with both of them, okay? But that's just me, okay? What did you guys think? The end credit scene, the first one, stay for that one. Russo brothers definitely, and I mean definitely directed that, and that was awesome. That was great. That literally hyped me up, dude. Like, I didn't even know what I wanted to rate this movie until I saw that end credit scene. But the second one, you do not have to stay for that. Oh, and one more thing to add. This movie was packed. I mean, like, I couldn't get a seat for my brother last second if I wanted to, okay? Compare that to Superman. It wasn't as packed, and Superman did not get any applause, but I did not want to applaud for Fantastic Four like I wanted to applaud for Superman, okay? And this is completely understandable. I get where we're at right now. James Gunn is brand new, so we had to see what he was bringing, and what he brought was some straight fire, okay? But DC's been here. MCU's been here, okay? So we just need them to make a comeback, and just to have them come back is an applauding moment. You know what I'm saying? All in all, this was a very good movie, and I think everybody should go see it. And honestly, I don't think you should compare Superman to Fantastic Four like I did, because they're both trying to do completely two different things. One's trying to keep their story going that they've already built up and are trying to expand, and the other is trying to start you on their journey. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you guys. My name's Kosh. Pick this up from Hot Topic. If the girl who freaking helped me get it there ever sees this video, you're so fun. I'm so sorry I didn't ask you out, but I have morals and I can't be asking out people when they're working. But yeah, that's it. My name's Kosh. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys go see this movie. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about my reviews in the comments, because you guys love doing that, but I don't mind. Recording is cooked, so I'm sorry about that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, good month, good week, and I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.
Like I look Medusa in the eyes, can't survive to tell the tale. If you don't get the message, I'm saying I be high as hell. Run around until they strike the bell. I'm out for lives in here. I mute the record that's behind me to remind them I am clear.